In the heart of a storm-lashed forest, under a sky split by lightning, a figure cloaked in darkness performs a forbidden rite. Between the ancient trees, flashes of a pale, impossibly tall creature, with eyes that glow like embers, break the darkness. A chorus of whispers, carried on the wind, seems to hiss from every direction. It's awake. This is the story of the Hollow Creek incident. In 1997, a small, isolated town, nestled deep in the rural heartland, simply vanished. One morning it was just empty. Every single resident gone. Overnight. No bodies were ever found. No signs of a struggle. Nothing. All that remained were deep, gouging claw marks on the walls of every home and dozens of scattered audio tapes, each one a chilling record of pure, unadulterated terror. Now, years later, one man is returning to the edge of that forgotten place. His name is Ethan, a 29-year-old investigator haunted by a past he can't remember and a family he can't forget. They were among the disappeared. Driven by a desperate need for answers, he steps back into his childhood home, a place that borders the silent, dead town of Hollow Creek. We follow him as he walks the deserted streets, his flashlight beam cutting through an unnatural fog that writhes and swirls like a living thing. Dust motes dance in the air, disturbed for the first time in decades. The silence is heavy, oppressive, broken only by the crunch of his boots on decaying leaves. Ethan pushes open the door to a house, the groan of rusty hinges echoing down the street. Inside, the air is stale, thick with the smell of rot and time. His light sweeps across the room, revealing strange, unsettling symbols painted on the walls, crude but deliberate. On a table, a child's drawing depicts a family holding hands, but next to them stands a towering, faceless figure, drawn in black crayon. Deep scratches mar the wooden floor, as if something heavy and sharp was dragged across it. Suddenly, a door upstairs slams shut with a deafening bang. The old light fixtures flicker erratically, casting the room in a strobe of light and shadow. Ethan freezes, listening. He hears it then, the soft, deliberate sound of footsteps from the floor above, pacing back and forth. But he knows, with a cold certainty that grips his soul, that he is alone in this house. He's not. Something is here with him. He moves from house to house, and the terrifying phenomena escalate. In the town hall, he finds an old, dust-covered tape recorder sitting on a desk. His hands tremble slightly as he presses the play button. The tape hisses, then a woman's voice, strained and panicked, cuts through the static. "It knows we're here. It knows. Don't look at it. Whatever you do, don't look at its face." The voice dissolves into a blood-curdling scream, and just as it does, Ethan catches a flicker of movement. He glances at a large broken mirror on the wall. In the reflection, standing directly behind him, is a horrific creature, its form distorted and its eyes burning holes in the darkness. He spins around. There's nothing there, only the empty, decaying room. The town is a Pandora's box of horrors, and Ethan has just lifted the lid. As he continues his search, the supernatural events become more aggressive, more personal. Shadows detach from their owners, slithering along the walls with a life of their own. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees a gaunt, spider-like creature crawling silently across a ceiling, its limbs bending at impossible angles before it vanishes into the rafters. Distorted voices, mimicking the sounds of his lost family, whisper his name from empty rooms, calling to him, luring him deeper into the decay. In the basement of the old church, his flashlight reveals a sickening sight. Human bones, hundreds of them, have been meticulously arranged on the damp floor to form a massive spiral, leading to a dark, gaping hole in the center. He backs away, stumbling upon a scattered pile of old newspapers. The headlines speak of a local legend, a myth parents use to scare their children, the Night Wanderer, an entity that stalks the woods, an ancient evil that enters your dreams and feeds on your fear. He finds another tape, this one an interview. A man's voice, shaking with trauma, describes the creature. He talks about how it comes to you in your sleep, how it plants a seed of terror that grows night after night. He mentions a specific time, 3:08 a.m. Every night, on the dot, the townspeople would wake from their nightmares, seeing the tall, dark figure standing at the edge of their vision, just for a moment before it was gone. It was marking them, hunting them through their own minds. A chilling realization washes over Ethan. The silhouette, the tall, faceless man from his own recurring childhood nightmares. He thought they were just bad dreams, but he was wrong. He wasn't just investigating the fate of his family, he was marked by the same entity, long, long ago. He was never an observer. He was always part of the story. With this horrifying truth revealed, the town seems to turn on him. The atmosphere, once just tense, becomes a chaotic, aggressive assault on his senses. The whispers are now screams, the shadows are now solid, lunging things. He has to get out. He runs, bursting out of the house and into the street, making a desperate sprint for the edge of the woods, for the road that leads away from this hell. But the forest won't let him go. It's changing, twisting. The familiar path he took to get in is gone. The trees themselves seem to move, their branches reaching like skeletal arms, closing in around him, forming an impenetrable wall of wood and darkness. Voices call to him from all directions, the sweet, loving voices of his mother, his father, his sister. He sees them standing in a clearing just ahead, beckoning him closer. But their eyes are hollow, black pits, and their bodies are twisted into grotesque, unnatural shapes. It's a trick, a cruel, soul-shattering mirage. Lost and terrified, he stumbles through the shifting labyrinth until he finds himself in a clearing he recognizes with a surge of pure dread. It's the place from the legends, the place from the very beginning. The ritual site, the symbol carved into the ground, begins to glow again, its lines burning with a searing, otherworldly light. And then it appears, the Night Wanderer. It unfolds itself from the shadows, rising to its full, terrifying height, skeletal and thin, its limbs too long, its form draped in what looks like burial shrouds. Its face is a vortex of shifting features, a nightmare that never settles, a horror you can't comprehend. It leans down, its voice a dry, ancient rustle of leaves and grave dirt. You finally came back. Ethan can't scream. He can't move. He can only watch as the entity reaches for him. His flashlight clatters to the forest floor, its beam spinning wildly. For a final, fleeting second, the light illuminates the ground, showing Ethan's shadow being pulled from the earth, lifted up, and consumed by a much larger, darker one. Then the light flickers and dies. The screen cuts to static. Faint whispers echo and fade, and one final message appears, a silent, chilling warning. Some forests should remain forgotten.